don't get why YouTubers never drink anything on camera. Maybe that's why people think we're being taken over by reptiles. Hello my beautiful pastries, my name is Victoria and welcome the fuck back to my YouTube channel. I don't know if you can tell, but I am filming on a different camera. I am really excited because this camera finally has a viewfinder, which is amazing, but at the same time, it kinda looks like a camera that somebody would shoot a porno on in 2005. So definitely let me know what you think in a comment down below. Comment down below. Before I get into the story, please subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my main music channel, Victoria Ashlyn. Please follow me on all my social media. I have my handles in the description box. So today's a beautiful Monday morning, and I wanted to tell you guys a little bit story time about something that happened a long ass time ago that involved an absolutely crazy bus driver. Okay, awesome, let's get into it. So I took the bus for a total of 7 years. Cue Lucas Graham in the background. I took the bus all 3 years of middle school and all 4 years of high school. No, I did not have a fucking car in high school. I didn't know how to drive until after I graduated when I was 18. So yes, I rode the bus my fucking senior year of high school. You can comment roasting me. I don't give a shit.
I don't fucking care.
So I understand why people would hate middle schoolers, but I just don't understand why you would hate middle schoolers and then take a job involving them. Like, I will not step within 25 meters of a middle school today because I don't like middle schools or middle schoolers. But this woman, I don't know. I guess she was maybe naive. She was expecting middle schoolers to not be loud for some reason. I think maybe her parents never had that talk with her where they sit her down and they give her the heartbreaking news that people make noise. But she was just unable to handle it. There was one particular day that we were less than a mile from my bus stop when this happened. This is how I know that God was laughing at me when this was happening. We hit a bump in the road, and naturally everybody screams because they are overdramatic and they think it's some Five Nights at Freddy's type of shit. She immediately, without even saying anything, pulls the fuck over to the side of the road. She then gets up and informs us that we are going to turn off the air conditioning, take the keys out of the ignition of the bus, close up all of the windows, and we are going to have to sit there for 10 minutes. Keep in mind, this was in Phoenix, Arizona in August, where the temperatures just outside were getting up to 115, 120 degrees every single day. Just outside, let alone inside of a vehicle with 40 other people in the same confined space as you. And that's exactly what she did. We had to sit there for 10 minutes, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, 10 minutes, that's not even a big deal. It was painful. People die from heat stroke in Arizona in the summertime from being outside for too long. Just outside, let alone in a giant bus with a ton of other warm bodies in there. Like, that's dangerous. Somebody could actually have gone into heat stroke. And all of this over some kids screaming, like, are you okay? So I sit through the 10 minutes. I run home. It is the best feeling in the world to finally be out of that bus. I am now so freaked out. I am terrified of this bus driver. She is insane, in my opinion. But then I get home, and I see my dad. And something you need to know about my dad is that I have an awesome dad. He is extra as hell. He is a Marine. He is my ride or die. He is my best friend. He is a friggin' Papa Bear. I love him so much. So my dad is in his office, and I get home and I walk right by his office and I look at him, and my face is bright red, dripping sweat off my face, and I say, completely out of breath, I hate my bus driver. So he was kind of used to hearing things at this point because I was really, really bullied last year on the bus, and so he was kind of just like, oh, what happened now, you know? And so then I told him, but then he was completely shocked. He was like, what? And I was like, yeah, this seriously happened. I can't believe it happened. So I was just freaked out. I was just kind of like, oh, I can't believe this happened. I'm going to go cool down and chill out and have like a cool Friday night, you know? My dad then calls me downstairs about 25 minutes later and informs us that we need to go back to the exact location that this happened at because we are scheduled for an interview with the 10 o'clock news. My dad is about as extra as guac, okay? He called the news. It was us and the girl I was sitting next to on the bus, actually, and then her parents. And so the 5 of us. And the guy was really cool, and it was really funny because my dad didn't want to be on camera. He's extremely private. He's not necessarily shy, he's just very private, but it was so funny because the dude zoomed in right on his face and then included that clip in the final segment just on TV, and it was just a close-up of my dad's face. I'll insert it here. My dad said he didn't want to be on camera, and then the second he was in front of the lens, he was like, here's your face, bitch! So the whole interview happened. I'm like, oh yay, you know, I'm gonna be on TV, whatever, that's cool, I guess. And most news stations, as you guys probably know, in today's day and age, they have additional social media. So they'll obviously put their stuff on TV, but they will also have a Facebook page and a YouTube channel and sometimes a Twitter or whatever. So I saw that my segment was on their YouTube channel. And the last time I checked, because this was back in 2011, the last time I checked, it had maybe 300 views. The other day, I finally remembered that this happened for the first time in years, and I was just kind of like, oh, I wonder if that's still on YouTube. So I looked it up. It has 162,000 views. 162,000 people have seen my little 12-year-old ass with a chipmunk voice before I got braces, with super crooked teeth, and that little headband in my hair, wearing a Mickey Mouse t-shirt. What?
She immediately pulled over onto the side of the road, probably about round here, actually.
Some of you guys on here might not know my last name. It's not friggin' conspiracy theory. I'm not trying to cover it up. My last name is Caldwell, and it says that in the news segment. Yeah, it's not that deep. I'm about as secretive with my last name as Rice Gum is with his fucking net worth. But yeah, that interview happened, and afterward, I kind of got picked on, especially by some people who were also on my bus, saying like, oh, you just can't take the heat, oh, you're a little wussy, whatever. That bus driver, by the way, as far as I know, she got moved to another route, which was insane to me because that is actually breaking a law. Like, that is child endangerment. Then naturally you got people commenting on the video saying, oh, these girls are just wussies, oh, they're just wimps, I've never had air conditioning in any of my buses, I live in Canada and I've been completely fine. Girl, I don't need to be called a wimp from a bitch that wouldn't know a saguaro cactus from Serena Williams. You need to cease. It was also really hilarious because my dad, who initially didn't want the camera on his face, I was like, shit, I gotta break the news to him that 162,000 people have seen his close-up scowl. So yeah, moral of the story, I guess, is don't lock kids on buses in any weather, let alone 115-degree August weather. And also, if someone decides to be a dick to you for deciding to speak up when someone decides to lock you in 115-degree plus bus, please proceed to go, bitch, I don't give a shit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story of the time an insane bus driver locked me on a super hot bus with 40 other kids and I ended up on the news. Let me know what you thought of this story. I have a lot more stories where that came from. If you like this video, please subscribe. Subscribe to my main music channel, Victoria Ashlyn. Please follow me on my social media. I post new videos here every Monday and Thursday. Let me know what you guys thought of this video in a comment down below. I read all comments. I love you guys so much. Peace the fuck out, bitches. Bye!